What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the weirdest videos from all over the internet. Without further ado, let's get to the video. Hope you enjoy.
Murdered. Nobody would have ever believed that 2 weeks after their beautiful wedding ceremony, she would be found brutally murdered. 32-year-old Melissa Jubain and Brian Gintero got married on August 24th of this year, literally less than 2 months ago. Melissa and Brian were doing long distance. She was a nurse in Oregon and Brian worked and lived in Washington State. Their plan was that once they got married, Melissa would move to Washington and be with Brian and start their new life together. But unfortunately, that would never happen because on September 4th at approximately 10:18 a.m., police were called to Melissa's house to do a welfare check when she failed to show up to her job. Melissa was scheduled to work that morning at the hospital, and when she didn't show up, her co-workers knew there was something wrong because she was very punctual and reliable. Police first noticed that Melissa's car was still parked where she usually leaves it, meaning that on that morning she didn't even make it to her car. After looking for Melissa for days, she was finally found, and her neighbor Bryce Sherbert was arrested. They found crucial evidence which links Bryce to Melissa's murder, but they still have not revealed details about that. Now, Melissa and Bryce lived on the same floor in that apartment, and it was stated that he was obsessing over her for some time and just decided to take her life. I hope they come out with more details on this case, but for now, I did create an entire video going over all the details. If you want to check it out, it's on my YouTube.
Like, what is it with these psychopaths always obsessing and eliminating the person they're obsessing over? Like what's the logic here? You're so obsessed with them that you unalive them. I mean, now they're gone forever. And now you're gonna be obsessed with jail. Get out of my face, you deserve it.
Let's talk about this creepy video that's going absolutely viral on TikTok right now. The Appalachian Mountains video. So many of you guys were sending me the link to this video, and I made the mistake of watching it at night. So let's break it down. The video was posted on March 19th by user Dustin Lee Frazier, and it's already at 17.6 million views and 1.9 million likes. And everybody in the comments is terrified. And in the video, Justin describes that they were Snapchatting their friend as they were at work alone in the Appalachian Mountains. But they say that when they replayed their Snapchat video, they found something terrifying. Like, let me just show you a little clip of it, and then we're gonna break it down, okay? Here it is.
I felt bad. Honestly, it's less like a little bit. I felt bad. And I don't know. I feel like I need to go to a doctor, but like I'm constantly just like nauseous. And I don't really know why. Like, I have tried to like take medicine for it and stuff, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it really does anything. And then whenever I go and I'm just like laying down and stuff, like I can sleep, and whenever I sleep, it's like I don't like get rest, you know what I mean?
So if you didn't catch it, it's this face right here. But aside from that terrifying face, people also mentioned that they heard whispering. People believe that it's a SW. Reading the comments right now, and someone said, pretty sure it's attached to you, like no joke. Listen, Dustin, I don't know if you're playing a prank on us, but this isn't funny, okay? I don't want to believe that there can be beings like that. But what do you guys think? Is this real? Is this fake? Let me know.
You've already seen this in a past video, and it's still as fake as always. As ever, I mean. Seeing it twice won't make it real, obviously. Excuse my cringiness, but yeah. Fakest thing I ever seen in my life. It's cringe and pathetic. 17 million views for what? A skit with a buddy? Man, y'all are pathetic.
Before You Die Part 11. Man Struck by Lightning. Quicksand.
After this photo was taken, her underwear was found hanging in a tree. Her shoes were placed neatly below, and she was nowhere to be seen. It was 2015, and Sofia Coetzee, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, was waved off at the airport by her family. She was a beautiful 21-year-old medical student and absolutely loved an adventure. She could not have been more excited to head to Kampala for an 8-week internship at a hospital. She just deeply cared about people and wanted to make a difference in the world. Now, her family were really happy for her, obviously, but they couldn't wait to welcome her back. They wanted her home safe. And they'd planned for the November for her to have a big welcome home party. But that party would never happen. On the 28th of October, Sofia and 3 friends arrived in Murchison Falls National Park. It was around 6 p.m. that they arrived at their accommodation for the night, and it had been quite a big trip actually. So Sofia was like, guys, I'm going to go and find some water and I'm going to find a toilet and I'll be right back. But when she wasn't back within 15 minutes, they started to panic. Surely the toilet couldn't have been that far away. Like, what could she have possibly been doing? They got some park rangers to help look for her, but honestly at this point they were just hoping that she'd got lost. The accommodation was essentially like a small cluster of cabins that looked very similar and like little outbuildings, so they were just hoping that she'd got confused about which building she was supposed to go back to. But after they searched for a while, they had no luck. And hours went by, and eventually days. Sophia's friends obviously raised the alarm to her family back home, and they were absolutely horrified. They got on the next flight over there. They sped across there to try and find their missing loved one. Helicopters were hovering above, police and dog teams were out in force, even drones were trying to get a better look at the area. But again, nothing. And although Sofia herself has actually never been found, some incredibly disturbing items were located. Sofia's empty water bottle was found near the river, and the very next day, pieces of her underwear were found draped high up in a tree. Underneath that tree were her clean, dry shoes. And it's really tricky for, I guess, anybody to understand how and why those belongings got there. Some people say that early on the authorities were definitely trying to blame an animal for her disappearance, but I guess they would do that because they don't want to put tourists off visiting the area. Some people wonder if the police found the underwear somewhere else and then kind of placed it there, or did she fall victim to a killer who hung the items there to kind of confuse officials? Regardless, she has still not been found 10 years on, and her family is still living in a complete nightmare. Obviously, let me know your theories in the comments, because we still need to keep her name out there. We need to keep her case alive and demand answers.
I mean, yeah, we've covered this one in a past video, and to be honest, it's still as sad and as unfortunate as it was the first time. You know, I personally think that she was violated, and whoever did it tried to set it up, you know, to make it seem like she disappeared or got consumed by an animal, which is not the case, I believe. But yeah. Anyways.
I didn't think it could get worse than the way Mackenzie Sharilla's mother talked about Davion during the victim impact statement, but boy, I was wrong. Listen to what she says at the end of this prison phone call between Mackenzie and her mom.
About that. Your whole brain got knocked around a little bit. I'm sure you were not completely together. You know what I'm saying?
Like, how did I, not die? I just, still don't understand that. I just don't understand, like how, I don't know, and then, I keep, having, weird dreams, but, not dreams, but, thoughts. I'll be trying to sleep, and then I'll just, think about,
God,
them describing Dom.
Oh, my God, I have to write that down, and I can't see anything on the phone, but just give me another,
idea.
You know?
Yeah, it's, really, they, described it to, it's, disgusting me. I'm so through, why do they have to, go into detail with me in the room? I don't know, it's just, and Dom got, so,
I know.
It makes me, I could, throw up right now, I could puke right
Well,
now.
that's because, I know, Sam. I'm so sorry you had to hear all that, baby. I'm so sorry that I couldn't sit by you through those moments.
That's disgusting.
You know?
I could
I'm so sorry.
vomit.
I know. Well, it didn't help that somebody was on his lap with all that extra weight either. You know what I mean?
it didn't help that somebody was on his lap with all that extra weight. You mean Davion, who your daughter killed, and that's why he was up there? Genuinely an insane thing to say. They have proven time and time again that they have zero regard for Davion. But then right after, the mom says, well, I can't say it here, but I'm going to write that down. And she's like, oh, what? You have an idea? An idea for what? A book? Are you going to publish a book? I mean, we already saw how the Netflix documentary went for you, and they actually did you a lot of favors, and people still weren't buying it. I don't know. This family just shows time and time again exactly how Mackenzie was created and why she is the way she is today.
Scary things you didn't know. The last one is crazy. If you see a kangaroo in the water, run away, because kangaroos have a dark side. They'll patiently wait for you in the water in order to drown you.
Look at my dog.
Supposedly, you can see if an app is spying on you by clicking the share button, clicking more, and if you see an app that you don't recognize before your contacts, delete it immediately. In 1988, Mark Wahlberg was arrested for a racist attack on 2 Vietnamese Americans, and it left one victim blind. Mark was then charged with attempted murder, but only ended up serving 45 days because he was 16. This is supposedly where you'll be in 5 years. Comment below what your month says about you. Before we get to the last scary thing, support my page by hitting the follow button for more interesting content every day. Submarines have heard and recorded unknown sounds in the ocean. This is one of them in the Mariana Trench. Yeah, comment below what you think that was.
This dude always creeps me out, to be honest. Like, he changes eye color in every single one of his clips. It goes from black to green to neon blue. I mean, I don't know if it's AI or not, and I don't care at this point. I just never want to see him again.
Yeah, comment below what you think that was.
Have you guys heard the story of the little girl that prayed for Satan every night? The story takes place in Tijuana, Mexico in 2005 when a little girl named Sofia was heard by her mother praying for Satan. She would pray for her family's protection and for Satan because no one ever prayed for him. She wanted him to feel loved. She was overheard saying that no one ever loved Satan and he was all alone and all a bunch of stuff. When questioned by her mother, she didn't want to talk about it. And one mysterious day, Sofia passed away. She was in perfect health condition, so this was unexpected. Her family, on the other hand, didn't have enough money to cover the funeral, so they were in a very tight spot. They were struggling and had no idea how they were gonna afford it. One mysterious day, a very elegant man showed up to their house. He offered to pay for Sofia's funeral. The mother was super confused and questioned why he wanted to pay for her funeral if they've never seen him before. He said that he was gonna pay for the funeral because Sofia would pray for him. He introduced himself as Satan himself. Everybody was in shock and they had no idea how to react. Her family was super grateful and even prayed for Satan after that. They completely changed their religious beliefs because of this. What do we think about this story? I think maybe Sofia knew she was gonna pass away and she might have had another connection with Satan. But what do you guys think about this story? What would you do if your kids prayed for Satan?
I know. You want to know what's creepier than the story itself? The fact that the lady on the screen surgically removed the wings off of a raven or a crow and placed them over her eyelids. Yes, I'm talking about her eyelashes. What is this? And no judgment here, you know, I'm not trying to bully or judge, but I mean, these things are 5 meters long and 6 meters in width. I don't know if I said it correctly, but you know what I mean. Eyelash is creepier than the video.
Doesn't feel like it, but there are a lot of good things happening in the world right now. A principal who heroically tackled a school shooter was crowned prom king. He took a bullet to the leg, tackling the gunman just seconds after he entered the school, and no students were injured. Minnesota passed a law where any company who tries to create fake AI nudes will receive a $500,000 fine per offense. A young girl and her big brother were reunited after being separated by the foster system for over 2 years. The Hawisa marshes in southern Iraq are coming back to life after a long period of drought. Artemis 2 astronauts are now doing simulated runs of lunar surface spacewalks after returning to Earth. This is an actual video of astronaut Christina Koch reuniting with her dog after she recently circled the moon on the Artemis 2 mission. This man recently saved a barred owl's life when its head was stuck in between 2 trees. Someone built a small drone specifically to house their disabled bird so that they could fly again. My name's Adorian. Follow me to find out some more good things tomorrow.
First of all, the bird is not enjoying itself. It may be in the air, but it's terrified. You know what I mean? This is dumb. And I mean, I see what he's trying to do, all the positivity and stuff. It's cool, it's cute, you know? I'll say this much, it's cute indeed, but the world is still messed up, you know? A parrot in a bottle doesn't make it better. Get out of my face.
If you're traveling the most dangerous road in America, aka I-40, don't fall for this one simple trick or you might disappear forever, especially if you're a single woman traveling alone. This is exactly what they want you to fall for and how they will capture you. If you did not know it, Interstate 40 is home to up to 500 active serial killers. I'm going to show you what they're going to do to try to trick you. They're going to find your vehicle at a gas station or a rest stop, and they're going to pull the windshield wiper up like that right there. Sometimes they'll do both sides, but mostly they're just going to do that driver's side. And then they're going to hide somewhere like this right over here in those woods in the darkness. Now, when you get back into your vehicle from wherever you were coming from, like a gas station or a rest stop, a lot of people actually will not notice that windshield wiper. And you're going to sit down right here in your driver's seat, and before you take off, you're going to notice that windshield wiper's there. Now, they were already watching you. They know you're alone. Okay, that's why they chose your windshield wiper when you pulled into the parking lot. What this is doing is it's getting you seated in your vehicle with your keys in here, because they want to take your vehicle, not theirs. A lot of times, these people actually work in pairs, okay? So they've got another vehicle that's going to follow this vehicle once they take it. Now, once you notice this windshield wiper's up, you've got your keys on you. A lot of times you might have already started this car. What people mostly do will open this door, and they're going to lean forward and try to push this thing down without even getting out of the car. Now, what you've done is you've started your car, you have the door open, and you're halfway in your car. They're going to rush over, push you in, and then they're going to take off. And no one, and I mean no one, will ever hear from you ever again. They're mostly going to try to set up in places around like Arkansas and Oklahoma where there's big stretches of nothingness and big stretches of no cell phone service. There's also a huge stretch between Memphis and Nashville that is a prime hunting ground because it's about an hour and a half between each major city, and it is just pure darkness. There's no street lights out there. There's almost no cell reception. It is the perfect hunting ground for a serial killer. I am not one of the serial killers. I am not trying to tell you how to watch out for my competition so I can get you all to myself. That is not what I'm doing in these videos. I'm trying to raise awareness. Don't fall for these tricks. Follow this page for more tricks to watch out for.
3 scariest facts about the jinn. Don't watch this at nighttime. Number 1. The jinn can fall in love with you. This love from the jinn is not a real love. It's more like a curse. It only brings sadness and misfortune to your life. The jinn will provoke your mood to make you angry towards the people that you love, so you spend less time with them. So the jinn has more alone time with you. There's even severe cases where people use black magic to marry a jinn, and the jinn will kill their entire family because it's jealous over them. This is why Allah forbade the communications between humans and jinn. Number 2. You can communicate with the jinn. Using black magic or sihr, you can communicate with the jinn through rituals to cause mischief in other people's lives or to benefit your own. The rituals are always something weird or unsettling, and this is because the jinn wants you to obey him and not Allah. which is why black magic is kufr. Black magic most commonly happens in third world countries, and the last time I went to Morocco, I came back and I had sleep paralysis for a year straight, which leads me to my last fact. Number 3, the jinn can possess you. There are different criteria required for a jinn to possess you, and the first one is a vulnerable state of emotion. These are things like extreme anger, sadness, or fear. If you're in an unclean place, like a dirty bathroom or an abandoned factory, you're more likely to be possessed by a jinn because the jinn love dirty places. And lastly, if you're in a state of sin, like listening to music, committing zina, or maybe you're avoiding your prayers, you're more likely to be possessed by a jinn.
To be honest, I was gonna let him slide, but since he decided to add this little cringy jump scare at the end, I'm gonna violate him. First thing first, you don't know what you're talking about. And the second thing is, the fact that you added this scary thing at the end overrides everything that you just said, because isn't that creepy behavior from your part? Decided to add at the end of the video is literally what you were talking about, so keep contradicting yourself. You're slow mentally.
Let's see if you have thalassophobia. I'm going to show you 5 photos. If you feel too uncomfortable to make it to the 5th photo, then you could have thalassophobia. So let's go. First one. How about this? Feeling uneasy yet? Almost there. Last one. If those images made you feel uneasy, then you may have thalassophobia, which is the fear of deep bodies of water. So let me know if you discovered a new phobia down below.
Worst phobias you can have. Monophobia, fear of being alone. Nyctophobia, fear of being watched. Arachnophobia, fear of spiders.
These are phobias you didn't know you had, part 1.
Okay, take a look at this. Do you feel any way about it? Or this picture? If you feel some sort of weird feeling or just unsettled, then you might have automatanophobia, which is the fear of human-like figures, such as mannequins or wax figures, robotics, and even statues. This phobia is actually pretty common, and scientists believe it's just because humans don't like seeing other things that resemble themselves. People who also have automatanophobia are actually terrified of the Polar Express characters because they're so human-like it's actually creepy. So if any of these pictures scared you or made you feel just some type of way, then you might actually have automatanophobia.
Dangerous islands you cannot visit, part 4. This is Bikini Atoll. More than 23 nuclear weapons were tested on this beautiful tropical island between Hawaii and the Philippines. From 1946 to 1958, the U.S. military used this island to test bombs and nuclear weapons. This caused great damage to the nearby environment, and all people living there had to move. Even today, more than 60 years later, this island is still contaminated and 10 times more radioactive than Chernobyl.
Oh, look, everybody, a beautiful, mystical, heavenly, tropical island. Let's bomb it, yeah. Speechless. Anyways, your episode is now officially over. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.